Shop Amazon for last minute gifts. Great deals for everyone on your list. Gifts for mom and gifts for dad. Even for your sister and your brother Chad. Ah shoot, we didn't realize we were supposed to get a gift for our dog walker guy. We almost forgot about our dentist Dr. Kerr. We didn't expect to get a gift from her. Or our cousin, I forget his name. He got us something nice, better reciprocate. For last minute deals on gifts for people you forgot. Get fast and free shipping at Amazon.
From the makers of Relevant Magazine, it's the Relevant Podcast, and we're live. And now from our Orlando studio, here's your host, Cameron Strang.
It's Tuesday, March 5th, 2019, and it's the Relevant Podcast, and we're live. Hey,
yes.
I'm Cameron Strang, and before I introduce people or they interrupt me, I'm going to tell you that today's show is brought to you by World Vision and their upcoming initiative, Global 6K for Water. World Vision's Global 6K for Water is a one-day event where people from all over the world walk and run 6K in their own neighborhoods to bring lasting clean water to children in need. Every step you take is one they won't have to. Now, why 6K and not 5? 6K is the average distance women and kids in the developing world have to walk to get clean water. And when you walk or run World Vision's Global 6K for Water, you provide life-changing clean water to one person in need through your registration fee. So no matter where you walk or run, you'll be celebrating lives changed. How cool is that? Big announcement on Friday's episode of the Relevant Podcast. Not today's, but Friday's episode. Not only about the 6K, but about Team Relevant and how you can join us in participating. We'll give you all the information on Friday's Relevant Podcast. Like I said,
follow-up question.
Like I said, I'm Cameron Strang, and here with me in our Orlando studio on the ones and twos, our illustrious engineer, my brother, Chandler Strang.
Hello.
On the Skype line from Loverland, Virginia, Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
From Gatorland, Florida, Eddie Big Hat Koffoltz.
I'm not going to forget my point that I'm about to make. Keep going.
And all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, author, speaker, podcaster, runner extraordinaire, NEF Downs.
Yeah.
Good morning, gents. You threw me off there, Cam.
Well,
are you,
I mean, it's
a
big
runner?
No,
it's running
but I will
season
be for Team Relevant.
That's what
right.
I'm saying.
Team player.
Eddie.
Team player.
Eddie, what did you need to tell me?
What was your
How
point?
much water do you think you'll be consuming during the race? Is the whole thing just net zero?
I am working. I am working on.
Okay.
I have a very experimental training regiment that is. I'm busting the myth of running hydration. Where I consume very little except for pasta. All the moisture I need was used when those
Just
pasta
pure
noodles
pasta.
were boiled.
You can get through a 6K without water, can't you?
I think so.
Probably. It's less than an hour of your time, and you can live an hour without water.
All right. Okay. Well, listen, we have a great show for everyone today.
This is usually
Coming
an
up
added point in the show.
Joel McHale joins us. Tyler Daswick, one of our writers, joins us to tell us about the Joel McHale interview and some clips from that.
I love Joel McHale.
He's a comedian and actor. And here's the thing. He did The Soup. He did Community. He talks about his faith and why the church is so important to him. He's currently on a massive cross-country comedy tour. So Joel McHale is joining us later.
He's so funny.
Hey, this is a live podcast. If you are watching, we are streaming it on Periscope. We're on YouTube and on the Relevant Facebook page. If you want to comment and interact with the cast, head over to the Facebook feed. Go to Relevant Magazine's Facebook page and chime in right there. We have a lot of fun.
Eddie, check your face right now. Check your face right now.
No, I was Facebooking with people.
Oh, that's funny.
Annie told me before the show that I do not have the most pleasant resting face. And she used a different word that was very off-brand, and it hurt my feelings.
I will say this. I would agree with Annie if you just didn't use the word resting. I think unpleasant face.
Yeah, I'm fine. I think I have an unpleasant face as well. But I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden I see...
ring light really brings it out is the problem. The ring light really brings it to the forefront.
I'm not even using a ring light anymore. This is just my glow.
What?
Eddie,
You're
I'm
lying.
lying. Oh,
Eddie,
yeah, I'm lying.
I have to tell you, the reason why she's a little edgier today is Annie just got back on a red eye from LA, and
That's
she's
right.
just a little punchy this morning.
I'm a little punchy, yeah.
Did you meet anybody cool out there? Anybody handsome?
I saw Ben Hicks Higgins, you guys.
The Bachelor.
Can you
I
believe
think there's
it?
a couple
I texted all of you
Bachelor-
immediately.
Was this trip only to go visit Ben Higgins, former Bachelor turned entrepreneur?
No, we
Was
just
this-
both happened to be on Hallmark Home and Family, which is airing literally right now as we're talking. We were both on the same episode of Hallmark Home and Family. And so as soon as I got there, I said to the producer guy, I said to the guy, hey, who else is on the show today? Because I always love whoever is on the episode with me. Yeah. And he was like, this guy, Ben Higgins. He actually said, our two big names are da-da-da and Ben Higgins. I was like, rude. I am right here in the golf cart with you.
Did you get the vapors when you met Ben?
No. He was so nice. He was so, I mean, he knew kind of who I was since we've already scheduled him for my show, for my podcast. And so I was just like, I can't believe we're both here. He was really nice. It was great.
A lot of people, myself included, sometimes mix up between Lifetime Channel and Hallmark Channel. Now, how I remember them is Lifetime Channel, most of the films are about murders. And Hallmark, they're mostly about horses. And that's how you know which channel. Now, if it's about a horse murder, it could go either way.
It's
movies and
it's The
mysteries.
Godfather.
There's a movies and mysteries one on
It's
Hallmark.
like when the Globetrotters showed up on Scooby-Doo. It's like
Gilligan's
they're going back and
Island.
forth.
Somehow the Globetrotters shipwrecked and were rescued from Gilligan's Island. Played a charity basketball game. Yeah, the cast of the USS Minnow stayed there for years. It's weird.
You're bringing up the hot points, Jesse. I mean, this is what everybody's curious about.
Everyone tunes in for the latest culture references. And yes, the Globetrotters and Gilligan's Island.
And one of my favorite things about doing the Tuesday morning live show is we can actually talk about things that happened yesterday and it's current.
Monday.
Come on, Cameron.
Did you see The Bachelor last night?
No, because I was in an airplane. I landed back in Nashville at midnight, so I did not see it. Tell me.
I'm surprised.
There are airplanes now that have televisions in them.
I know. I looked. It didn't have.
Okay.
Don't be rude. It didn't have ABC. It had NBC. It had ESPN. It had all these other live things. It did not have ABC for some
I'm
reason.
surprised they weren't flying, and the captain's like, hello, this is your captain speaking. We are making an emergency landing. Colton is jumping the fence.
He
is jumping the
We want
fence.
you guys to be able to see it.
Yeah, seat backs, tray tables up. We're coming down quick. Yeah.
To be fair, I probably should have
happened?
looked on my phone. I didn't, and I should have tried to log on my phone. I retract my. I looked everywhere. I just looked on the TV screen in front of me.
Yeah, because you watched soccer on the way out. We know that.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
He did. Colton did indeed jump the fence last night. And
oh my gosh.
Tell me why, Cameron. Recap it for me because I'm so sad I missed it, and I want your retelling.
Well, first of all, there's going to be right after it happened. No, we get it wasn't a cliffhanger like did he or didn't he? He did. We saw it happen,
You saw it.
and then to be continued comes on. And so
wait, do you know why he jumped though?
yes, because
Okay, great.
Why?
The house was on fire. Literally, the Bachelor mansion caught on fire.
I hope not.
Most of the contestants died of smoke inhalation. Colton made it out.
There's 3 people left, and then
Sure.
it gets into the dirty stuff where they do the fantasy suites. We don't condone these episodes. You know what I'm saying?
I believe
Actually,
Ben
neither
Higgins
does
did
he,
not.
right?
No, Ben Higgins didn't go to the fantasy suite. He was one of the ones, so they cannot go.
No,
Yeah, they can choose to not go. They have 2 separate rooms, and then they get given at their fancy dinner a card that says, if you choose to forego your separate rooms, here's a key to the fantasy suite.
And I don't think Ben Higgins didn't go to the fantasy suite. I think he was very clear about the fantasy suite activities.
Rules. That's great.
Yes.
That's right. Because you still got to go because at least they're going to have free snacks there and stuff.
I mean, what if your
Wow.
fantasy is to build like a sweet Lego set or something? You can go there and do that.
Right. You just walk in and it's just
No, I mean, it's only for people
a
who
Lego store and an Apple
I don't
store.
know what y'all's fantasies are, but mine are very wholesome.
The irony to what you
and
just
require
said.
a suite's worth of room to participate in. Yeah.
The irony of what you just said is while I was watching The Bachelor, I was building a Lego set. That was really weird. I really was.
perfectly normal.
Yeah. So, so the first one, whatever. And then the second girl, he was, the one that we talked about in recent weeks that is also on that Christian dating reality series.
Cassie.
Cassie. Yeah.
Yeah.
She went to Biola and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So now she's up. Okay.
Sure.
And on the hometown.
Wait, on the first one, did they fantasy suite?
No.
Okay.
They talked all night and had a nice breakfast. So,
see, now that's a nice fantasy.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing for the ones who aren't going to want to talk. They have all this time without cameras. And so apparently that's the reason to say yes, even if you aren't going to sleep together, because you have all this time without cameras. We need to talk around it. Like I had to jump the fence on that. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I thought it was like a LARPing situation, like literal fantasy. Like,
So
like
here's
what are you saying happens going on?
Here's the
Annie.
tawdry foreshadowing is like he realized after the first girl he's not in love with her, so he didn't want to go that direction with
Sure.
things.
No,
He
that's right.
wanted
Sure.
to wait for a girl he was in love with, right? Well, now he's setting up the Cassie part of the episode, and he's saying, "I've fallen in love with her. I am in love with Cassie, and tonight is what this whole journey has been leading to, and I can't wait for tonight." And he's lighting candles. Okay, it's all on the table.
Oh, it's all-
Okay.
Okay. So then while he's getting excited for their date, Cassie, if you remember during Hometowns, Annie,
Yeah.
when they went to Cassie's house and Colton meets the family and goes and asks Dad for permission to ask for her hand in marriage, Dad said no.
Right.
Remember?
What?
Oh, no. Dad
Wow.
said
Why?
that they're a strong Christian family,
Because
and
they
he
don't
said
know each other.
marriage is forever. And I don't believe that in this environment and the way you've met him, that you are at the point where you can commit your life to him. And no, I'm not going to give you my blessing. It's too soon. That's what he said. It's too soon.
And she like ripped off her purity ring and sent it to Gloria Steinem.
Yeah. So
kind of a deep
anyway, while they're
A
off
deep
in some foreign land. Okay. This is like a resort and like it was not in English. Okay. I don't know where they
Yes.
were. And so they're somewhere else in the world. And while they're showing how Colton's getting excited for tonight's date, knock, knock, knock at Cassie's door.
It's her
She
dad.
opens it. It's her dad.
You're lying to
Sometimes
my
the
face.
shows write themselves. How did the
dad-
dad
and
get
he's-
the address?
And he's like, "You forfeited your inheritance of Thomas Kincaid paintings. How dare you?"
Dad shows up. They
Dad
have a
shows
heart to
up?
heart. He's just reminding her of her worth. And if she's hesitant at all, that
boy.
she needs to stand firm in her conviction that she's worth waiting for and she doesn't need to feel pressure, all this stuff. Great moment.
Cassie's
all this
dad,
stuff.
yeah.
So-
I did see someone say last night that Cassie's dad was the best dad we've ever seen on Bachelor.
And so she's like really conflicted because she has strong feelings for him, but also knows that in her gut, like it's not the right circumstances for a lifelong commitment. Okay.
Sure.
So then she goes to the dinner and they're just chatting on the porch. And she tells the camera before they go, "I've got to end this. And I know I have to end this."
Oh,
and so
my gosh.
they sit down and it is the most
Keep going, but I'm
torturous.
so stressed.
It's
Keep
the
going.
most torturous thing where she's having to tell him, he's trying to say to her, he says to her, "I love you." And he's trying to woo her into the fantasy evening. And she's having to say to him, "I'm not there yet. And I don't know that I can go through with this." And he then, he said, "Answer me this. Are you planning to leave tonight?" And she said, "Yes."
And she
He
knocked over
starts-
his Lego set
she
right there
starts-
into a million pieces.
He starts shaking.
and then
Annie.
he ordered a breakfast
He
burrito.
loves her so much.
Annie, he starts shaking, like trembling physically, not hands trembling. The body was trembling.
Remember, they were doing like a fantasy LARPing thing, so he's dressed as a wizard right now. To make it even more. This is the fantasy suite.
So he's shaking and stuff.
Yes, yes.
Then it gets kind of sad where you could see like she goes to hug him and you can see on her face like she's pitying him, like, "Oh,
Yeah,
buddy."
Oh,
yeah.
And he's just
gosh.
losing it. She's like, "Ooh, yeah."
Hey.
And it's like, hold it together there, bro. And she kind of like he walks her out, whatever. And he goes, she drives away. She's upset. I mean, did I make the right decision on this stuff?
Sure,
And
sure,
then
sure.
they go back to him and he's just like, "I'm over this." He throws a couple things and then they're like, hey, where are you going? And like, you can tell he's going off the reservation because the cameras weren't ready. The lighting wasn't ready. He's just like, getting away from here. He pushes the camera out of his way and then they go and get Chris. You hear on the thing, like,
I was about to say, they have to call Chris
they're
Harrison. They've got to call Chris Harrison.
you can hear a producer on the walkies going, "Somebody get Chris, somebody get Chris." And then you see Chris like running toward it. "Hey, Colton, hey, Colton." And then he sprints and scales a 15-foot in his LARPing outfit, a 15-foot metal fence. Just swoop, he's gone. They finally get it open because it's like a slow gate,
like,
and then by the time they finally are able to get out there, he is off. It's a dirt road in the foreign country, completely in the cloud of darkness, and they cannot find him.
Colton's
and then
been abducted.
to
He's
be
been abducted.
continued. They're going to be milking this thing for 4 months. I'm telling you, like, it is like, then they're like, next week on a 7-hour special episode and a live audience talking about the 7-hour episode and then a back-to-back night 7-hour. I was like, come on. So
this conversation has reminded me that I definitely can't start watching this show because it's amazing.
Why?
Right? Like we want to goof on it, but also
It is amazing.
I've been so into this. This is the most interesting front matter conversation we've ever had on this show. I'm 100% curious what happens. I want to know where he went, and I can't know till next week.
Here's the crazy thing, and I didn't say this. When they were talking, when he was trembling, when he was trying to convince her of his love for her, he literally said to her, I want it to be you at the end of this. I want to get engaged to you. And he said, but if you don't want to get engaged yet, that's fine. I don't want to rush you. We don't have to get engaged, but I want it to be you. He basically said on the show, the other two girls aren't in the running. Now she's off the show. What's going to happen in the finale? Is he going to just like go for sloppy seconds?
I have to watch this show. Like I'm going to watch.
Great.
I mean, this thing sounds
great.
incredibly terrible and wonderful.
Oh, it's the worst of American culture. Yeah.
Oh, that's a strong. I feel like that's a very strong statement.
What do
Cameron.
you
It's
feel
not
like
the
is
worst of
worse?
American
Andy?
culture?
What do you feel like is worse than a reality show that makes light of the sacrament of marriage?
And feel free to get into
there's like
politics if
90
you
Day
want, Annie.
Fiance. I can hear you that this category of show is terrible. There are way worse shows in this particular category.
You're talking
of
about
show.
the raunchy ones, like the Temptation Island type stuff.
Temptation Island. I think Bachelor in Paradise. I don't watch any of that stuff. But also I will tell you, I feel like I've told you this before, but the very last episode where we watch it live and there's a studio audience and then they come out always feels like the Capitol in Hunger Games to me. Where I'm like, oh yeah, this is the end of time. Okay. This is the end of our culture.
The last time I watched one of these reality dating shows, I think was Joe Millionaire, just for the big reveal.
Oh my gosh.
When the handsome dude was like, so real talk, I'm a plumber. My house is being foreclosed on and I owe the IRS a substantial amount of money. Will you marry me? Like that was what I want to see. I want to see, if they're really love this poor guy who went through it. I feel like there needs to be more twists in these shows. Like I don't want just straight up dating. That's no fun to me. I want to see something with a radical twist.
I just love
humiliate lots of people.
Do you remember when we watched like Real World and Road Rules when we were kids? And
Yes,
it was like
them.
shockingly. It was like I couldn't believe this was on TV and that we were seeing like this level of reality. And now that show would just be on the Disney Channel in the afternoon.
Yes.
It's like
That's 100%
who
right.
left their towels in the dryer?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they heighten the drama so much. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Right. Man, I did love those shows though.
Oh yeah, Julie and Eric on the first season. They were like Sam and Diane, man.
I hated it. I hated all of it. I needed a twist.
Did you?
You
hated all of it?
I hated all of it. There was no point. Like at least when like Survivor rolled around, someone was getting voted off and it was awkward. And like there was if my reality show doesn't have the potential of the cutaway of like, here's the only kind that I like, that any episode they can be like coming up after the break and you see the contestants gasping and a medevac helicopter flying off into the distance.
That happened to Timer 12 on Real World. I'll tell you that.
So
but
Jesse, you didn't like the Real World because nobody got voted off. There's no big twist. But if you go back to early Real World, like I'm talking like 1990, like when they started the show, it was, we're going to take a collection of people similar ages from very different ideological backgrounds. So we had the conservative Mormon girl and the black activist, and like let's put them in a house together and like just see what happens.
And the girl with Lyme disease.
Right. It was it was compelling because it was like human drama.
But that was just like going to school for me. You know what I mean? Like these people with different values sitting in close proximity all day, and it's like that's literally high school. And it was fine.
That's a good point.
It was totally fine.
That's a
you know
good
what
point.
I mean? Like we're not even adults. We're teenagers, and I know how to respect the person who thinks slightly differently about the world than me without throwing a bowl of noodles in their face, in a hot tub. You know what I mean? Like, they're adults.
There's a lot of hot tubbing.
You should be able to be put in. That's most workplaces. Oh, what's going to happen when we put these people from different ages, of different ethnicities, of different value systems in close proximity all day? Go to any office. Like, I could literally go to TurboTax, and you're describing the plot of the real world there. They seem to be getting along just fine. Just fine.
So that's why after a few seasons, it got like, oh, this isn't compelling enough. Now we got to add some twists. We got to have some votes, I got it. Yeah.
And so then they did road rules. It was kind of like, okay, well, we'll do this whole thing, except now they get all play games against each other.
No, the hierarchy for the producers was, okay, we have a normal house, not enough drama. Add a hot tub, slightly more drama. Add a full bar. There's a lot more drama. Add some sort of voting system, more drama. Add the requirement that someone gets medevac helicoptered out of here at some point in the season. That's drama. It just got worse and worse as they went on. It just got further and further from reality.
Yeah.
The cowboy from the first season, he's a youth director now. Like, he's like in a church. I feel
cool.
Yeah. I don't know why that seems like an interesting update.
So you're telling me that a person who's the whole premise from the show is an average person from an average background ended up with an average job. Wow. Shocking. What a revolutionary idea that show is.
Well, because now there's so many of those road rules people who have like made a living being on reality TV shows. I mean, there's like 35, 40-year-old dudes that are still doing those contest shows. Get out of here.
Well, and they do like signings, and they'll like have fan events. They get paid to do autographs, and they really can milk it for a long time with just appearances and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, but have you seen that scary show on Netflix with Coach Taylor? I forget what it's called. It's like Bloodline.
Yeah.
Bloodline. That is very scary. That's a good word for Bloodline. It's terrifying.
His wife on that show was like in the first or second season of Real World. Like, these people show up everywhere.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you saying to me?
Yeah,
She's from Road Rules?
Or Real World. Janelle or something. I forget her name.
I'm going to need a quick timeout while I pull up my phone and Google the heck out of that. What?
She's like English or Australian or something now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess I just never found it interesting. Like I said, like the premise, like what happened. Well, what was the original promise of what happens when people stop being polite and start being real?
That could be. Of course, that doesn't matter to you, Jesse, because you had the weirdest. You did the weirdest stuff in college. TV would never entertain you.
Friends.
Listen, yeah, it's such a weird thing. When people stop being polite and start being real, you know what that's code for? Public transportation. Okay, it's the same promise. Okay, just put people on a bus and see if they act kindly to each other. Now, if you put a hot tub on the bus, again, you might see some more drama.
And a full bar. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting bus ride.
And Lyme disease.
Yeah, now we have kind of a rolling limo situation.
You just have the bus full of ticks. Just a ton of ticks.
You can't not get Lyme disease in this show we've created.
I still remember.
Coach Taylor's wife in Bloodlines is Jacinda.
Jacinda, right. That's right.
Jacinda. She is Jacinda, and she was on Real World London in 1995.
Wow.
15 years old. 15 years old. Little Eddie watching London, figuring out how to stop being polite and start being real.
I hate to say this, Annie and Eddie, but that literally does nothing for me.
All right, well, moving the show along. That is the most reality TV talk we've ever done to start a podcast.
We really dominated.
I had a great time with it.
It is time for
Slices.
what do you have, Jesse?
Okay, so I had the results of what I think is kind of an interesting survey about, it looked at non-Christians and lapsed believers. Like, so people that are either don't believe in God are not, they don't call themselves Christians, or they used to call themselves Christians. And I
didn't hear the D enunciated very well, and I thought you said it was the lapse of believers, and like lapse, like their lapse. I was like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So if they're very warm and snuggly, and it's the highest percentage of mall Santa Clauses are people who used to be Christians. It's a fascinating survey.
The lapse of believers.
lapsed Christians. I would like Barna. You know, it's weird. Barna's never done a survey about the lapse of non-Christians.
The lapse of Christians.
Yeah, talking about people leaving the church.
Curiously absent from their research. But they looked at these two groups and they wanted to figure out if they're actually willing to have conversations about faith. And they surprisingly, more than half actually said they were really wanted to talk. 62% really wanted to talk to a Christian or a family member about Christianity, but it was with one caveat. It was with someone who would listen without judgment. Now, so now the problem is there that they said that they only 34% said they knew a Christian who would be willing to talk to them about faith without judgment. So they also asked them if they would want to talk to. They reframed the questions like. For another way they would want to talk about faith and Christianity. So this is non-believers or people who used to be Christians. Half of them said they would totally be willing to talk and actually wanted to talk to a Christian about faith and ideas about God. But the caveat there was if they knew that the conversation wouldn't force them into a conclusion. So they want, so more than half of the people in that demographic who are either non-Christians or used to be a Christian want to have a conversation with a Christian, but the caveat is they don't want to be forced into a conclusion and they have to have some assurance that the person talking to them is going to be non-judgmental. Now, only 26% said that they knew a practicing Christian who'd be willing to have a conversation with them and not force a conclusion. Wow. So it's pretty, I mean, because I think for people who are Christians and who a lot of the people they interact with are Christians, they probably assume that people who believe differently, it's just off the table, right? That people don't want to have those conversations. You're going to make them uncomfortable. You don't know what, especially people who are lapsed Christians, you know, you don't want to sit on their lap and just have a heart to heart with them.
No, right.
No, but you would assume like, well, maybe they have some sort of baggage, right? Like maybe they were hurt by the church or maybe they came from, you know, there's ties to like a family situation or whatever. But for whatever reason, you just assume they don't want to talk about faith. According to this research, more than half do. They actively want to have these conversations, but they are just afraid that if they talk to a Christian, they're going to get judged, or that Christian at the end of the conversation is going to pull like the Ray Comfort, you know, Kirk Cameron thing, where they force them into some sort of dramatic conclusion and aren't willing just to leave the conversation open-ended. So someone from Barna, you know, they said allowing the other person to draw their own conclusion opens the possibility that they may leave the conversation without making a decision for Christ, obviously. But you know, too many Christians look at every conversations. You know, what the implication is, too many look at them as just like a purely evangelistic effort instead of saying, "Hey, maybe this is like a conversation where we can just kind of talk about some of the difficulties we had." It's like that Billy Graham quote, you know, it's, you know, God's job to judge, the Holy Spirit's job to convict, and it's my job to love, you know, like allow the Holy Spirit to do somewhat of the work here. And if the person ends up wanting to come to a conclusion, it's not our job to try to convert people. Our job is to make disciples. And that starts with having conversations that, you know, are profound without the need for some hard conclusion.
You know where they had profound conversations like this was the 1992 season of The Real World. Where,
hey, I'll say this, they stopped getting polite and they started getting real. Also on the public bus to the way to the real world. It was the exact same thing. People from all different backgrounds, just not as good looking. I have a 2 for 2. I feel...
do we not get to talk about that one?
No, we'll talk
about
it.
You can't just be the alpha and omega of your own slice. You've got to give us a little bit.
Eddie,
Jesse, please.
We heard Cameron's insight into this one. That it made for a good season of The Real World because they did have someone who later be a youth pastor. Annie and Eddie, what are your thoughts about that research?
Eddie has lots of thoughts.
Lapse
but AFD, you're
Christians.
smarter. And if we're going to run out of time, I want it to be you. What do you have to say?
No. I would say this is a very complicated research because that I am 100% in agreement. And also people do need to make a decision. And so it's a very challenging piece of research for me because I like having conversations where people, I don't want to be in a conversation where by the end of it, I'm going to be forced to make a decision one way or the other about anything. Like I want to have conversations where we talk through things. I also think that you don't know what tomorrow holds and you want to make a decision.
But let me ask, put that into practice, right? So someone who comes to you and says, Annie, I am not a believer, but I want to know about your faith. Knowing this research, that most likely the reason they haven't engaged is because they think you're going to force them into making some decision. Do you feel an obligation at the conclusion of the conversation to try to make them to make a decision right then and there?
Almost never, but I'm not sure I'm right to feel that way.
I mean, I think that's real. I mean, when I was watching the 1993 episode season of the
I remember that. They were in the hot tub,
Eddie,
I think.
Eddie, what are your thoughts?
Well, I just
they were
think
drinking daiquiris in the hot tub. Which is not a good idea.
No.
Body temperature all messed up. Okay, sorry, Eddie.
No, I just think I think of it personally, like I am uncomfortable even trying like a new gym or something because I just dislike being sold so much. And that's something as like silly as a gym. Like I totally get like being nervous about wanting to not engage in a conversation about eternity and faith and things like that. But I also see how important it is. But like also, I think it underscores the importance of stuff. I mean, the four of us get to do and that a lot of people get to do, because I know a lot of people who do not trust Jesus, but will come and listen to a podcast because the podcast isn't going to talk back to them, but at least they get to peer in and hear a little bit. You know, I mean, how many people, Cameron, you must have gotten a bazillion emails over the years of people who picked up Relevant and have been reading it for years. And it was like a major conversion. I've gotten it with activists. Like people just feel safe with that, you know, that one-way medium, but then at the same time, it ends up being really powerful for them.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, Annie, your point, like I guess like I have a lot of friends who believe differently and we talk about faith and values a lot, but I guess, and maybe I'm in the wrong because I never feel like the implication would be like, okay, now are you ready to say a prayer with me? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I pray that one day they would be revealed the truth and it would, you know, it would be able to impact their lives. But I guess I never really have that compulsion at the end. Like, I'll be like, well, God will let them make that decision, you know?
I don't either.
Yeah.
But like I just am not sure we're right to never think. That's where I am I don't, and I'm not sure I'm right.
Right.
I just like the way Young Life has, like, because I grew up in Young Life and was taught by Young Life, and they're just so like, get into authentic, deep relationship with people that isn't based on like this transactional thing. Like we're just.
Then when all the kids go to camp, they give them an offer.
Right. But it's really, really
but they're in a hot tub, to be fair.
Forget it.
They're not by the smoking
Hey, I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to be sorry.
No. Yeah.
But like the leader's job is just to really be authentically relational and know that like the kids at some point are going to start asking questions. And
right. But I don't think you can paint Young Life like they never make the offer.
Oh, no, they do. They make it strongly. But I think that it's like that. But so that's what I'm saying is like, I like that kind of opportunity to like engage, like bring someone to a church that I trust, or because I just always feel awkward in that one-to-one, like, hey, read this tract and then get back to me kind of moment. Yeah. But some people, like, that's their authentic language and it works really well for them. So I don't think I'm right. I just, I guess I agree. I feel weird too, but it didn't make it right.
And I'm not necessarily like endorsing the implications of the research. I'm just saying that's what the research says that the people in that situation want. They want to know that they can have a conversation without judgment and not be forced to make a decision, you know? Yeah. And maybe that's a good starting point. I mean, that at least we know what they're thinking according to the research, you know? I did have one other little twofer that I'll keep this moving because we had a long reality show run up today. A guy in Oregon was off-roading and he got stuck in the woods in his truck for 5 days. He almost starved to death if it wasn't for one thing he had in his car that saved his life. Do you guys know what it is?
I do, but I don't want to take your punchline.
I don't know what it is.
I have no idea.
He had a glove box full of Taco Bell hot sauce packets and it saved his life.
Totally.
You were not telling me the truth.
5 days on
he
Taco Bell
hot
packets.
Sauce?
He ate
That's
hot sauce for 5 days, and the
horrifying.
police are like, it might have saved his life.
I fasted for 5 days. He could go 5 days without food. It's the
Yeah, that's
water.
right.
It's the water issue. I mean, so maybe he's getting his hydration from the hot sauce.
Yeah, you can't go more than a 6K without water. It's completely impossible.
Here's what I'm saying. So Cameron, you could go without food for 5 days. If you had the option of going without food and water, or just going without food, or going with Taco Bell hot sauce, you would take just the no food. You would not want the hot sauce.
No, because you can't get that out of your mouth. I mean, you're burning.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I was hesitant to bring this because I feel like Eddie would call the guy not a hero because of the whole Chilean miners incident of 2012.
He's not a hero, but we know why.
I feel like the man proved a lot, and he's a hero. And anyone who can survive on Taco Bell hot sauce, I don't know what else. I don't know what else he is if not a hero.
No, I don't think he survived. Oh, it's fascinating.
Not dying does not make you a hero.
Right. That's true.
For 5 days. Not dying for 5 days does not make you a
This
hero.
guy is the Bear Grylls of like fast food commuters. Like he's, like I want to see Bear Grylls walk into an Arby's with no money.
Yeah.
And enough supplies in his glove box to survive in the wild for 5 days, Eddie. That's a hero. You don't know how many lives this is going to save. You don't know how many people are going to be driving through the Taco Bell window next week before a blizzard and say, you know what, give me a couple extra fire sauces.
Why does he keep his sauces in the glove compartment in the first place? Do y'all do that?
Where else do you keep them?
I don't go to Taco Bell once a year, maybe. I'm not keeping extra
Cameron,
condiments in the house.
Cameron's playing the healthy role this morning. Where'd you get breakfast, Cameron?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Hold on. None of you guys have condiments.
I got an egg
I
white
don't
sandwich
keep
and a
condiments
coffee.
in my car.
None of you have any condiments of any type in your glove
Zero.
box.
Zero.
Yeah.
Eddie, you have
No,
condiments.
all we have is like kid snacks, just in case somebody gets cranky.
Or
There's not a creamer. There's not a ketchup packet. You have none of that in your glove box.
Zero.
No.
I do not have
What is
one.
the glove box even for?
There
Why
is
do you even
nothing
have
I
one?
can
Your
eat.
title
If I'm stuck
registration?
in my car for 5 days, I have nothing to eat. There's no snack in my car,
Yeah.
liquid or
Me neither.
otherwise.
Me neither. Your
in my
glove box is for your license or your registration
Yep.
and some
Napkins.
napkins, and that's it.
Yes,
Listen, when I'm
Darren!
running the
Yes.
global 6K,
Yeah.
and these Lance Armstrong nerds are sucking down those energy gels, little packets.
Yeah.
You're going to see me just popping down Arby's sauce and Taco Bell sauce, like just a boost to the system.
gross.
This is science on my side. The man survived, Eddie. He's an American hero. American hero.
There are some things in my long marriage with Jesse that I've realized, we're never gonna get past this. We're never gonna get past the definition of a hero.
So just
we're
stop
never
and
gonna
tell us
get.
what your slice is.
We're never gonna get past ham versus pork. We're never gonna get. There's some really old fights that are just a part of
Gonna
this
stay.
love, and that's it.
So don't
All right.
further humiliate yourself. Tell us your slice.
What do you have? what do you have,
Randy
Eddie?
couldn't even get it out without laughing. I like that.
What do you have, Eddie?
Well, because Jesse brought 11 slices, I'm going to make mine quick because mine is basically the most boring article in the world. It's a very long scientific article that I will post somewhere. I have no idea where. Just check the internet for my article. But essentially what happened is they have figured out how to put inject nanoparticles into the eyes of mice. And before anybody gets in an uproar, the mice loved it. They absolutely adored it. They got
Tell them
free
what superpower it gave them.
No, but don't mess up the punchline. So these nanoparticles allowed the mice to see infrared imagery. So basically, they were able to see like night vision. So
what?
Do we right? Because the human eye is a lot like the mouse's eye. Mice eyes? I'm not quite sure which is the right way to do that.
Mice eyes.
We'll get an editor on
Mouse
this.
eyes.
Laps. Christian laps.
Mice
That's what you're looking
laps.
for.
Peepers.
And the idea is basically they're saying like, okay, because this worked on mice, there is definitely the possibility that the technology will be available for humans to be able to get an injection into their eye of these nanoparticles that will last like 2 weeks, that will allow you for a period of time to have infrared vision. Because basically all infrared is just opening up the spectrum of what is possible to be seen. And so and so they're saying like this could have military technology uses where you could just see in the dark. And I guess the question I have is, how awesome is that? I guess that's the question from this.
It is awesome. I don't care what power it would give me. I'm not injecting anything into my eye. Like, I don't care. Like, this will give you X-ray vision. This will let you see through walls. I'd be like, no, you're not getting a needle to my eye. I don't care what the superpower is.
I did LASIK, and it's the best decision I ever made. And they lasered both my eyeballs.
Jesse, I'm with you. I think in my entire life, I've maybe done eye drops twice. I can't handle anything going near the eyeball. That's, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had to wear mascara one time for a play that I was in, and it took them like 10 times as long as everyone else.
Wait. Let's just rewind.
You're
and unpack
surprised?
that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we missed there. I think
There's
we can
nobody
continue on with the
shocked
show.
here.
What was the play? What was the production, Eddie?
It was Cats. I was
Yeah,
old
of course
Deuteronomy.
it was.
We know this. and you got to wear eyeliner. Is that the black line that goes around? Yeah, eyeliner.
Yeah, liner.
Yeah.
Cat liner. And, to kind of bring out the eyes, because when you're singing, when you're singing your song, when you're singing your title song, you want to be able, the audience is going to feel it with what you express in your eyes. And
That's
you
right.
understand that.
That's right.
Right.
But it took them forever because I just flinch. I couldn't. And then my eyes would water, flinch. I can't imagine getting a shot into my eye, but if it gave me night vision, cool.
Is it like glasses where you can turn the night vision on and off? I wonder if it's daytime. Is it like,
no, it's
is
like
it going to mess up my daytime vision?
I'm sure it says that in the slice. So I would
I'm
encourage
sure
you to go
the
ahead
research
and
would
search
tell
the
me.
internet.
Can I just give a... Literally, Eddie has had this in his inbox since Thursday.
Yeah, to be fair, that's
could have
exactly
easily
right.
answered your question. So,
Yeah.
Right.
But once I got past, you can see at night, I turned off my phone and said,
I'm in.
I'm ready to present
I
this
dedicate my eyes to science. Do
in
it.
front of thousands and thousands of people.
I want my eyes replaced with the eyes of a mouse. I don't care how tiny and weird they look on my face.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is you can surgically implant mice eyes on my face.
That
Please
sounds
do it.
awful.
Please do
Not
it.
a problem. So anyhow, science, I think we can all agree on this.
Yeah.
It's doing a lot for us.
Very cool.
Yeah, it
Very
does.
cool.
All right,
Science
what
is
do you
the
have?
best.
What do you have, Annie?
Well, I'm just here to be helpful mainly. And we're coming into that time where our friends who are college students will be doing a lot of studying. There's probably a lot of people out there who are listening that are writers like us, either writing books or sermons or, I don't know, stupid things on Facebook.
Cats fan
And-
fiction.
Cats fanfic. That's right. There is a new research out. We're very research heavy today. There's a new piece of research out that says when you listen to music, it actually impairs your creativity. Do
Totally.
you guys listen? Do you agree, Eddie?
I agree anecdotally. I so
Yeah.
desperately want to be able to listen to like anything in the background, even if it's like classical or something
Right.
when I write, but I cannot do it. And so that doesn't mean it's factual. Just for me, I can't do it.
Really?
So what they did is they put people with headphones and people without headphones and asked them a series of things to remember or to connect. Like they would say, okay, they tell them 3 words and say, tell us the word that connects them. So like dress, dial, and flower, and sundress, sundial, sunflower was supposed to be where they got. And the people that were without music were far quicker and far more creative on their answers than the people with music. And so that is actually surprising to me because when I'm writing books, I do listen to music. When I'm editing, it's silent. So, but I was surprised that so the creative part for me, I can listen to music without words. I can't listen to music with words. That's for sure true. So I just thought that was interesting. Everybody put your headphones down. Just get to studying.
I disagree with the methodology. If you want to
Tell me more.
prove, they should have done Cracker Barrel brain teaser games with the little golf tees, the ultimate
impossible.
test of human intelligence. Cracker Barrel brain teasers.
I will say though, I write and do creative things a lot better if I'm in an area with like a dull noise in it. So like if I
Hubbub.
really
I call it
need
hubbub. Yep.
if I really need to dial in, I find the closest coffee shop and sit in a corner.
Laundromat.
But I don't know if that's because I just don't want to be like, it prevents me from slacking off, or I don't know what it is. But I don't know why that noise works and music doesn't.
I'm the same way. A little hubbub in the background.
I need a low hum, which is why I do a lot of work in the hot tub. It helps the sciatic.
Your hot tub hot takes.
I get really, I stop getting polite, start getting real in there.
I do my best podcasting on the Lyme disease bus. It is very confusing.
Gosh. Jesse, I wish you would podcast from a hot tub. How funny would that be?
I'd
Putting all your equipment
to.
in there.
I'd be happy to.
It's a great way to get electrocuted.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it.
All right. Well, that'll do it for Slices. Stay tuned. Up next, Daz joins us, and we talked to Joel McHale. Well, today's episode is brought to you by Blinkist. Being able to practice mindfulness every day is something we all want to achieve. Sometimes it can be really hard when we're overwhelmed with work and other aspects of life. That's why there's an app I highly recommend, which might help you be more mindful every day. It's called Blinkist. It's the only app that takes the best key takeaways, the need-to-know information from thousands of nonfiction books, and condenses them down to just 15 minutes so you can read them or listen to them. Blinkist is made for busy people like you who want to get the main points of the books quickly without reading the entire book. With an audio feature, Blinkist makes it so easy to finish 4 books a day while you're on the go. 8 million people are using Blinkist right now. It has a massive and growing library from self-help to business to health to history books. I've read several books on Blinkist, including The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, Start With Why by Simon Sinek, and a bunch of others. Right now, for a limited time, Blinkist has a special offer just for Relevant Podcast listeners. Go to Blinkist.com/relevant to start your free 7-day trial. That's BLINKIST.com/relevant to start your free 7-day trial. Thanks to Blinkist. All right, well, we are welcoming our very own Tyler Daswick to the show.
How's it going, everybody?
Hi, Daz.
So the new issue of Relevant has a lot of great content. One of the features that we have is with Mr. Joel McHale. And a little behind the scenes, Jesse can attest to this. We have been trying to get Joel in the magazine for 10 years.
Yeah.
We heard through the grapevine that he was a Christian. But he didn't want to be outed as a Christian at the time. This is when community was in its heyday.
Okay.
And he didn't want to be on the record talking about Jesus and all that stuff. So he didn't, so he kept rebuffing our inquiries.
Okay.
But now
very forcefully, and kind of personally. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was actually
it's a
very,
hard
very
rebuff. Hard
yeah,
rebuff.
it was like, how does he know the name of our kids? I don't know, but it was really uncomfortable that he used their names.
Well, he's a comedian and an actor, and he recently kicked off a massive tour, and he just signed on to star in the new comedy thriller called Happily. Well, in the brand new issue, the former
Comedy
host
thriller.
of The Soup and star of Community opened up about being a Christian in Hollywood, his devotion to his church, and why he thinks Jesus would have liked The Soup.
Yeah. It was super fun talking to him. I love reality television. It is probably, of all the movies and television I watch for this job, it's the worst aspect I get into, just quality wise.
Yeah.
But it is my favorite thing to talk about. And this guy is, for over 600 episodes, is on The Soup delivering reality TV takes.
It was the best. I loved it.
Yeah, it was so good. And he was so good and precise and analytical about it, almost like a sports commentator.
He's like an outsider on the inside. Like, he remained detached.
Totally.
He was fully aware of how absolutely
Yeah.
absurd this was, but he also fully embraced it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so on one hand, he is this reality TV trash culture expert, but he also has this faith side to him that we wanted to tap into. So that's where we started with the interview. Let's hear what he has to say.
I think Jesus would have been close to all those. I think he would have been right in the middle because of that stuff, because he was never one to feign away from anything. If he were here, he would be around the things that people would be, that most elitist people would be like, oh, we don't do that. And he would be right there with in the muckiest muck.
So he would have been talking about The Bachelor with us earlier in this podcast.
Oh, no doubt.
The muckiest muck.
Yeah, that part of the interview had me super fired up. Chandler did a nice job cleaning that up because on the other end of the phone, I am pumped.
Oh, you're pumped. See,
Yeah.
it's almost like the Devon Franklin one from last week where Jesse's basically his hype man throughout the interview.
It ended with me giving him a deep tissue massage while he delivered his final points because he was going so hard.
Just revving him up. Just revving him up.
Yeah, it affirms this idea that Jesus can go anywhere. That I think is so cool coming from him. So from there, we kind of zoomed out a bit to talk about this broader conversations that's happening about being Christian and being a Christian in Hollywood. We're hearing Chris Pratt and Letitia Wright and all these other people kind of step into that conversation. And so I asked him sort of for his broader thoughts. And this is when he got pretty fired up himself. Let's listen.
I mean, everyone, I had so many times, you were like, hey, you live in Hollywood, you go to church. And I was like, yeah, what? You're like a lot of other people. Just like a lot of people are going to synagogues and a lot of people are going to mosques. I think they think that there's a bankrupt morality in Hollywood. And I was like, no, that's everywhere, dummies. And, I mean, you have preachers buying second private jets. So talk about bankrupt and, delusional. So, my wife and I have been, since we moved down here, since in 2000, when you were a seventh grader, or maybe even a second grader. We love that church, and I'm going to the pastor's double birthday, or he and his wife, they're having their birthday just on Saturday. So, for me, it's been, a lifesaver. And that's why I'm dressed as Jesus right now.
Question. Are we sure that this is actually Joel McHale? He sounds nothing like Joel McHale.
Do you really
Oh my
think
gosh,
so?
that sounds just like him.
You think
It's
so?
not like he's
All right.
relaxed, but that sounds like him.
Maybe
I
he's-
love how he casually can throw shade by calling Christians who criticize being a Christian in Hollywood dummies, and then mega church pastors, and then making fun of Daz, which I'm assuming you didn't tell him his age. He was just going from your voice, and then also
he was close. It was amazing.
and then also throws in a great one-liner off the cuff of why he's dressed as Jesus Christ right now. He was super funny and charming. That must have been a really fun interview, Daz, to talk to him.
Yeah, it was so fun. He was exactly as you would hope he would be. And I love that he brought the same kind of dark dissection that he would bring on the soup to talking about church and church culture. And so it was cool to hear him apply that specifically to talking about his church. He goes to this Presbyterian church in Hollywood, and I asked him straight up what it was like. And here he did kind of shift tonal gears a little bit. So here's what he said about that.
It's great. It's talk about diversity. Geesh, way more diverse than where I grew up. So it's great. That's wonderfully eye-opening, and it has the largest outreach to the homeless in Hollywood.
Wow.
And it sounds like I'm making that up because I am. No, because it is, and it is a huge homeless outreach, and because everyone thinks Hollywood is some sort of glitzy place when it actually has a massive homeless issue. And what's great is that Hollywood Press absolutely reaches out to those people and embraces them, and they'll be in the services. It's great.
I loved the idea of a Hollywood celebrity kind of define what we would imagine to be a very glitzy Hollywood church experience.
Yeah.
And emphasizing that outreach to the homeless.
Hollywood is actually a really rundown area with a lot of issues. Man. And it's cool that church that's in the midst of it, and probably a historical church or long time been there, is addressing.
I've never seen more homeless people than I have walking down, I don't know, where the Hollywood Walk of Fame and stuff. Yeah. It's just really intense there.
Yeah, Skid Row is right outside of Hollywood.
Right.
That's cool that his church supports that.
Yeah, and for the final clip, what we did talk about is kind of press into why he prefers that sort of more humble, traditional church setting that he gets at Hollywood Pres versus a style like a mega church. And this is where he kind of just started giving his church takes, which was really fun. Let's hear what he had to say.
I would say it's a blend, but definitely there's a ritual. And I was raised Catholic, so I really enjoy that ritual. I've gone to a couple of the big non-denominational ones, and that was not my cup of tea.
You went to
I like tea.
Like a huge.
Yeah, no, I've gone to a couple mega churches just because I was very curious, and look, I enjoy the ritual, but I also enjoy a progressive church, which Hollywood Pres absolutely is, and so I think it's for me, it's a combination, and because I think that ritual is ancient and wonderful, and I enjoy that. But other people, hey, they like they like the movie seats. They like they like that when people get they're baptized, practically drowned, and
oh my gosh,
That's hilarious.
That's all great if they like that. But I love this is the version I like.
Isn't it cool? You can just tell that he has all these opinions and takes just sitting in his brain, and he was kind of just waiting to get them out.
Yeah. I was going to say, I like this because he's always Joel McHale. Like, even when he's doing an interview about church and God and, faith, he's still Joel McHale. And he jokes that he's dressed as Jesus and likes busting the chops of the interviewer, like, good-naturedly,
Yeah.
Not used to hearing celebrities talk so openly about like church and faith, and I mean, I know there's more and more, and
you should check out this cool magazine, Eddie. That
with Mace on the cover.
I just like that he sounds like all my friends when we're processing what we like about church. Like he just sounds like another guy in his 30s or 40s or whatever that is figured out what he connects most with in a spiritual environment. I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
He reminds me a lot of John Brennan from season 2 of The Real World. LA. He got real
I'll
about
tell you
his
what,
faith.
I just Googled when he's coming to Nashville and put it on my calendar. I'm like, I'm going to go see Joel McHale do stand up. I can't wait to see him live.
Oh
Dad,
my
you did a
gosh.
great job on the piece too, man. It's
that was
it's
cool.
a fascinating profile. It's
It really was, and you should check it out. That was just a little taste. It goes into some really interesting places. You can view the issue and read that article at relevantmagazine.com right now, or pick up the new issue at newsstands nationwide. It's out. So
Mine just showed up in the mail today, so I have it right here beside me. I can't wait to read your piece, Daz.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, it was fun. Dream type of conversation for me, no doubt.
there you go.
Really?
Your neck looks great, by the way. You seem very strong these days. So good for you, man.
Trying to take care of myself.
Specifically
So
neck
sweet.
curls. Getting the neck nice and tight.
Oh man, it is lit.
he does arms and back, legs, and then neck days, just full on.
You go to the gym, you see the guys who neglect the leg days. They're top heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
What
Yeah.
you're not seeing, Eddie, is Tyler's all neck. Just all neck. It's like
All
a
neck.
tree trunk on top of a popsicle stick. Yeah.
So I hate to objectify you, but the temple is strong with you these days, my friend. So well done.
Oh my God.
Good job mining the temple of
Yeah,
God.
you are a beautiful,
He
beautiful
resides.
person.
He certainly resides in you.
All
Daz,
right.
well done, man.
Well done. All right, that's Joel
Thanks,
McHale. Stay tuned. Up next, our
Poor
listener
guy.
of the week joins us.
This episode of the Relevant Podcast is brought to you by Lipscomb University. At Lipscomb University, their online programs are shaped by a commitment to creating a better future. And with multiple undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs to choose from, you can define what that future looks like. Plus, you earn the same academically rigorous degree you'd get on their campus with the flexibility to fit your life. Listen, at Relevant, we believe in you, the listener. We know you're ready to lead. So you can pursue your goals and a better world at Lipscomb Online. Visit lipscomb.edu/online to learn more. That's lipscomb.edu/online.
Man, Daz, he's like a Renaissance man right there, doing ad
Right.
reads
Oh,
and
that-
interviews. And
Utility player. That's
That was his voiceover.
yeah, that's his voice. Yeah.
He's beautiful. He's
All right,
perfect.
it is time for our listener of the week. Jingle.
You listen to the show and it's time to get to know you. It's the listener of the week.
Indie rock remix.
All right, joining us this week is, have we called her? Man.
Like listener of the decade. Hold on. Don't say anything. I'll wait.
Is she? You guys call her yet?
I'm calling her now. It's not actually a live show, dude. Like, I'm gonna have to edit all of this. You know. Hello.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Kiki.
Hey,
Kiki.
All right, we're going to bring you on right now. Okay, so listen of the week. Okay, joining us this week is longtime listener, friend of the show. I mean, it's been years. Kiki Gibbs. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Kiki, you sound enthused and also the voice of a legend coming to us right now.
It is. I'm actually really proud that Cameron's finally calling me by my new name and not my maiden name.
Well, I mean,
for a while, he was pretty stubborn about that.
Kiki
What was your
Pounds.
maiden name?
Kiki Pounds.
Oh, yeah. That's a great
we don't
name.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Pounds.
It's a great name. It's a sturdy name.
Kiki, have you ever met Annie F. Downs?
I have not. Is she there?
She
Until
is.
today, yeah, I'm here. They're just talking so much. I'm just listening, Kiki. I'm just here.
Yeah, Kiki has
She's
been
really
around.
the only reason I called. If everyone else could be quiet.
Yeah,
Hi,
sorry.
Annie.
Fair
How are you?
enough. Fair enough.
Kiki was on our live show. She came up on stage during the 10-year show.
Yeah.
Kiki has been around for a long, long time
right.
and is a very,
Wow.
very good person and very loyal listener.
So, Jesse,
Congratulations,
you
Kiki.
selected Kiki as our listener of the week. She sent in facts about herself. She sent.
Yes.
We know facts about her over the years. What is the thing that caught your eye to bring her on as our listener of the week this week?
Can I be honest with you? She has a couple that I want to talk to, but the main one is we're getting ready for this 6K.
Yeah.
Kiki has run, listen to this, 50, I don't even, you're going to have to help me with the measurements here, Kiki. What you put is 50K miles over 20 years. Is that 50,000 miles?
Yeah.
Wow.
How are your knees?
I'm tired.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
You
a,
like 3 miles a day for years.
If you run like 3 miles a day, I think every day it's like a couple thousand miles a year or something. I started running when I was 11 years old. I was literally barrel shaped and hated running, but I went to a school so small it had no other sports. So I did cross country. So I started when I was 11. Have never gotten faster. Still trying.
Kiki, quick follow up to that. What were you running from?
Oh, Eddie.
Okay.
Kiki, I have a question here because I'm preparing myself and my legs for a 6K that I want to run at a speed that will hopefully embarrass many listeners of this very
I knew
podcast.
you were going to say embarrassed.
And
I knew
I've been trying a lot of unconditional training methods. If you had to give me one tip for running, and I don't care if I get injured, okay, that's not important to me. I'm willing to sacrifice the body. What would your one training tip be from someone who's run 50K miles over 20 years?
Okay, look, one of the best things I think I've ever seen in my life was at a gym, because I've spent a lot of time at gyms being miserable. One time there was this man who, I kid you not, for at least an hour was running backwards as fast as he could on the treadmill and holding on to the sidearms.
Wow.
And he would trip occasionally and then just keep going.
Oh my gosh.
I have no idea what he was doing or what he was training for, but I feel like he knows more than we do.
Kiki, what I like about that too is if I train this way, I could run this way. And that way it's sort of, not only am I beating people handily, it's kind of a flex because I'm doing it backwards and I can make eye contact with them and see the defeat in their eyes.
Oh, yeah,
when I
there
cross
you
finish
go.
line. Okay, Kiki, you've also hiked the Appalachian Trail and you said you had lots of stories. What's the weirdest thing you saw while hiking the Appalachian Trail?
I love the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, that I can talk about on this podcast?
I guess that is appropriate for this podcast. It doesn't implicate you or someone you know in a crime.
Or just right
I
past
mean,
appropriate.
I did
right
turn a
next to
corner
it.
once and saw just a man completely naked in the middle of the trail. And we both
Hi-oh.
made eye contact and I just kept walking. Like it was like I did sort of the head nod and just kept walking like nothing happened.
Do you think he was just a mountain
bizarre.
person, like a man of the, like he was just like a wild man, like he just lived out in the forest, like an animal? Like,
No.
what is your theory there?
He was real pasty. It looked like this. He had been completely naked in a while. So I
wow.
don't think he lived out there, but I didn't stop long enough to really ask him what he was doing.
Yes, well done. Good choice.
I have a theory there too, because I'm putting myself in that scenario. And here's my theory, Kiki, of what happened to that poor man on the Appalachian Trail. He was out hiking with some buddies for a couple days, and they all decided, look, there's no showers out of here. We're each going to take a turn just cleaning up in the river. And they're like, all right, Frank, you go first. We'll turn around. He gets it, lathers himself up, jumps in, leaves a pile of clothes. Friends take off with the clothes. They're 4 miles up the trail. It's a hilarious prank, and that's probably what happened to that guy.
But the fact that he was just standing there ominously, like staring at hikers as they walk by, is the moment when your friend, I believe you named him Freg. What did you name him?
Frank.
Okay. I was like, Freg. That's when Frank realized something about himself, that he is really problematic.
Right.
Well, and I felt really safe though, like, because he obviously had no weapon. Like there's nowhere to hide anything. So I knew he couldn't really hurt me.
Oh my gosh.
Kiki Downs pounds.
That is very true. All right, Kiki, you have been engaged 3 times, married only once, but had 4 weddings.
What?
I don't understand the math on this.
Now we know why she runs.
Did you run for? Were you a runaway bride 4 times?
Yeah, but my husband kept coming after me, so I figured I should stick around. Yeah.
Oh, what a guy. What a guy.
Is that truly what happened?
No.
You're like, no. It's a deeply painful story that I'd rather not share on a podcast. But no, basically, yeah, good enough.
Yeah, he jumped a fence for me, ran after me in the middle of Europe. And got me. So I was like, all right, this is true love. I can't keep running.
Little Bachelor reference. There you go.
Kiki, 4 weddings. You had 4. What made the best one the best one? Like, what was the coolest thing? You've had 4 chances.
I mean, they're all weird. So the first one, we got married in a courthouse, and we didn't bring rings because we were just getting married in the courthouse. And the judge got really angry and like made us find rings. So we had to go like find someone with a wedding ring to use for that one.
He got angry? Why would he get angry?
I don't know. It was weird.
Right.
I really don't know. No, he seemed to he's like, rings are really, I think that was a part of his speech. He kind of gave a little like sermon as he married us. And part of it had to do with like, a circle is round, it has no end. Oh, wow. And I think when we didn't have rings, we threw them off.
That is groundbreaking.
Yeah. Also, I've never pictured a judge not grumpy. Like that's like seems totally in line with that profession.
Yeah.
But again, on the same track, probably my favorite is my 4th one, which is a little unfair. So I became Catholic to marry my husband. So we got married before I was Catholic. And after I became Catholic, you have to go through basically another wedding. And it's called a convalidation. But apparently the Catholic Church considers and you're supposed to bring witnesses. Which we didn't do, just like with the rings to the first one. So I was 8 months pregnant. I was huge pregnant. And no one was there. And we had to pull in the secretary of the church. So I wish I had a picture because it was sort of the consummate shotgun wedding.
I was about to say that, but it looked just like a shotgun wedding.
With a really large pregnant woman and the church secretary and the priest, like, just disappointed in everyone.
Also, a profession I associate with grumpiness: Catholic Church receptionist. Yeah, very grumpy.
There is no joy in weddings. I've had 4.
Kiki, the mystery of you deepens the more we know you. Nothing has ever resolved in what I know about you. It just continues to just float adrift into your legend.
It's wonderful. It's great.
The hard thing about this was coming up with stuff that I haven't told on the show before. I need to get a new podcast.
That hurt our feelings.
Wow,
that really hurt our feelings.
Hurtful, ladies and gentlemen, T. Pounds, thanks for being on the show. We'll never talk to you again. No,
all right. Well, thanks to Kiki for joining us as our listener of the week. If you want to be a listener of the week on a future Tuesday episode, hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Podcast and send us 3 interesting facts about yourself. And Jesse will pick one of you. There you go. Kiki, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Kiki.
It's always fun.
Buddy. No problem.
All right.
Good luck.
Okay. Well, thanks to Joel McHale for joining us. Remember, check out his feature in the new issue of Relevant. It's out now. You can view it at relevantmagazine.com. And if you want to subscribe, there's a special deal going on for Relevant Podcast listeners. You can get the first 6 months of the magazine for only $6 when you subscribe at relevantmagazine.com/podfan. go check that out. I think you'll like the magazine. Also, make sure to check out our new show, Relevant Daily. It's been a couple weeks now. We are actually literally today building a new set for it because it's going well and it needed more elbow room. So we're building a new set for Relevant Daily. Make sure to tune in every day where we bring you the latest, what you need to know at the intersection of faith and culture, all in about 10 minutes. It streams on Facebook. It's on YouTube. It's at relevantmagazine.com. It's on Periscope. And there's an audio podcast that you can subscribe to wherever you get your podcasts as well. Check it out. Well, on that note, we will wrap things up. Thanks to World Vision for making the episode possible. Remember to tune in to Friday's podcast for a big announcement about Team Relevant and the World Vision 6K for clean water. Also, thanks to Blinkist for making the episode possible. Right now, you can go to Blinkist.com/relevant for your free 7-day trial. There you go. Okay, on that note, we'll wrap things. I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Jalen Strang.
I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Eddie Koffoltz.
And I'm Annie F. Downs.
We will see you on Friday. Have a good week, everyone.
Shop Amazon for last minute gifts. Great deals for everyone on your list. Gifts for mom and gifts for dad. Even for your sister and your brother Chad. Ah shoot, we didn't realize we were supposed to get a gift for our dog walker guy. We almost forgot about our dentist Dr. Kerr. We didn't expect to get a gift from her. Or our cousin, I forget his name. He got us something nice, better reciprocate. For last minute deals on gifts for people you forgot. Get fast and free shipping at Amazon.